Hello, today I'm going to show you how to write all this out by just using a scale. That's right, this is chord theory along with scale theory. First off, let's just say that we're in the key of C just to make the math a little bit easier for us. All right, so we are going to write out a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and so what we have is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. And that's the order for every single major scale. So now you think, okay, I wrote a melody out. I'm trying to harmonize something. What chords sound good with these particular notes? Well, in our Western system of music, we have something called tertian harmony. It's based off of threes. So if we just spell up 3 each time, we can figure out these chords. So I'm just going to write the musical alphabet up here a little bit. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so forth. This repeats. So that way we can use that to figure out. So here is C. What's 3 up from C? 1, 2, 3 is E. What's 3 up from E? 1, 2, 3, G. And so we just continue to do that. What's 3 up from D? 1, 2, 3, it's F. And what's 3 up from F? 1, 2, 3, it's A. And so forth. So you just keep on stacking thirds. And I'm not going to count that out for all of them. But that's basically the process. So here's A, 3 from A, B, C, and then from C, D, E. And that's the notes that make up the triad of this here. So once we have that written down, these are the basic chords that we have. Now, in every major scale that we harmonize, we're going to have 3 chords that are major, 3 chords that are minor, and 1 special chord called a diminished that we don't use a whole lot in rock and roll, a little bit in jazz, a little bit in classical music, but for the most part, there's something called a 5/7 chord that functions similar. So anyways, so it's really easy to remember. The 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord are major. They're always going to be major chords, and if you harmonize the scale. The 2 chord, the 3 chord, and the 6 chord are minor. And that special 7th one there is a diminished. And I'm going to pull this out to the side over here just to talk a little bit about it. One of my former theory teachers said, that diminished, what that 0 means is that it's missing the root. So it functions as a G7 chord without the root. So you if that makes sense for you, great. If it doesn't make sense for you, just realize that this chord here, the 7th and the 5, functions, and 5/7 functions similar. All right. So now, if you write out a melody and you want to try to figure out what chords works with a certain note, if you're in the key of C, well, you get a couple options. Let's say your melody, we'll just make it real simple. And you have a C note in it, a D note, say an A note, and a B note. All right, so if you want to kind of harmonize this melody here, you would find out the notes, the chords that have the note C in it. Well, the 1 chord has a C in it, the 4 chord has a C in it, and the 6 chord has a C in it. D would be the 2 chord, the 5 chord will have D in it, and also the special diminished chord has it as well. And the A chord, the 2, the 4, and the 6. And then the 5 chord would be the 3, the 5, and the 6. So these chords here would work. Now, there's some better options when you harmonize them, especially when you harmonize stuff that's based off of folk music or rock music or even the common practice period. If I were to choose a 4, a diminished, a 2, and a 5, it would work. It just wouldn't sound as good as probably using a 1 chord. I would probably use a C chord there. And this one here, I probably would use a 5, and I probably would use a D minor on that one, and I would probably use a G chord on that one. If I was making something that's popular sounding, but this would actually work as well in classical music. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense, seeing someone write out a scale and harmonize it. And if I wrote out another scale down here, let's say that I write out a G scale. Put the F sharp there just as a reminder. It would be the same thing. So if I stack thirds, some of these are going to get a little bit messy because I'm running out of space, but I'll tell you what, I'll just put it down here. Okay, and then of course the G chord's up here again. So the 1 chord would be the 4 chord and the 5 chord are all major. The 2, the 3, and the 6 are minor, and the diminished chord is the 7th degree. And it doesn't matter what key I'm in. That's how you can spell your chords and put them together like that. Hopefully that helps you out. And as always, rock and roll, and it does compute.